You see that overwhelmingly good looking guy right there? That's me, Mo, a visual storyteller. I'm probably sitting there right now having one of my nightly creative outbursts that won't let me sleep sometimes at night. I'm probably sitting there sketching on some commissions I have to finish in the next few days. Or I'm expanding my own comic universe with new stories and characters. Or maybe I'm writing the script for this movie right here. Whoa, wait a second. Mo Winkels the movie? Really? That might be a little bit too much right now. I mean, of course it's a movie about self-staging and about me as a bustling artist who feels the deep urge to succeed. But come on, this could be more classy. At least a little bit. I'm Legend. Nah, that already exists. What about... the wild chase for creative success? But my name obviously has to appear in the title. Mo Winkels and the wild chase for creative success. Yes, that sounds catchy. And not even affected or to exaggerate it at all. Hey, actually, I'm just a regular guy, like anyone else. Well, with one slight difference. I'm a creative genius and an Instagram legend. People from all over the world call me their absolute favorite Instagrammer. Where that's coming from, I don't know, but I gladly accept this title with awe.
Hey guys, it's me, your favorite Instagrammer.
As a matter of fact, I'm from Germany. And to be honest, it's a bit uncomfortable for me to speak to you in English, but well, I want to reach the widest possible audience. I have this urge inside me, you know? This urge for creative success, not wealth or power. It's about creative recognition, and maybe one day being able to live off it, and ideally support a family. Now, although a lot of positive things have happened in the last year, I still have a very long way to go. It's always moving in me. And when I set one goal, I immediately set two more, because I know I'm going to reach my goal. But with each further step, the feeling of success or the big breakthrough isn't there. And I already wonder what other steps are necessary to be able to live independently as a graphic designer and visual storyteller. But maybe I will go back a few steps and tell you the story from the beginning. At the age of 6, I already was a little animation genius. See that cartoon masterpiece right there? Yes, I did that. In kindergarten, in the year 2000. It's titled Goofy's Tollpatsch, which translates to something like Goofy's Goof.
Liebe Geschwister, ich Moritz, ich bin 6 Jahre alt. Tschüss.
I grew up with comics and cartoons and watched the old Disney and Warner Brothers cartoon classics of the 30s to 50s with my father every Saturday and Sunday morning. I started collecting figures, comics, trading cards, plush toys, posters, prints and every other cartoonish item I was able to get my hands on. No wonder I quickly started to invent my own comics with my own characters. One of my greatest cult figures is Nuku'ela, the carnivorous cow, which I invented at the age of 12 or maybe 13. However, Nuku'ela is just one of my many characters that I've developed over the years, and somehow I thought it was a pity that none of these characters got their own worthy stage. So I started creating my own trading cards. Each collectible card presents a character with its strengths and weaknesses in a humorous, short and crisp way. About a week after I uploaded the first trading card to Instagram, the world-renowned creative platform It's Nice Dad contacted me and asked if they could write an article about me and my trading card project. As a fan of It's Nice Dad, who checks the site regularly, I was of course not unhappy. When the article appeared 2 weeks later, I suddenly had 1,000 more followers overnight and a lot of positive feedback. And for the first time I realized that people liked my creations and were interested in them, which touched me deeply because I thought I was moving toward the heap of nothing. But suddenly everything changed. People from all over the world wrote me and wanted to buy my cards. So the next logical step was to produce these cards and sell them in small packs of 10. The first 35 packs were sold out within 2 days to almost every country in the world, which gave me more courage to continue in that direction. At the moment, the first trading card set is set at 94 cards, and I'm constantly creating new cards and figures. On Instagram, I've been staging myself since day one as the absolute favorite Instagrammer. A kind of alter ego of mine with which I stage myself in a completely exorbitant way as an Instagram legend. This is partly because it makes it much easier for me to present my work in front of other people, as this process is kind of like dropping down your pants for any artist. On the other hand, my favorite Instagrammer is of course also a parody of the often artificially hypocritical world of self-staged life, which unfortunately takes place on Instagram and from which I would like to stay completely away. But Instagram can also be a great stage to create your own portfolio and offers a great opportunity to make exciting new contacts and reach new people.
I think Mo Winkels is the coolest Instagrammer out there. I think he's the coolest artist. I didn't realise that a German accent could be sexy until I knew Mo Winkels. He always replies to my Instagram messages, which is more than my friends and family do. And this one time, the first time I ever ordered anything from him, he drew me my own.
But let's continue with the interesting stuff. Not that song again. That's better. So, my figures and trading cards were pretty well received and even sold worldwide. So what was the next step, now that some of these characters had successfully established themselves and achieved true Instagram cool status? Of course, I had to expand the universe, with background stories and new adventures in form of comics, in which the characters now interact and become friends. This was followed by almost 10,000 followers at this point and potential fans who wanted to know more about these characters. So what was the next step? What else could you do besides comics and trading cards? The childlike collector in me knew it right away. Of course, action figures. But how the hell was that supposed to work? Fortunately, I have cool followers, like Dominik Perovic, a brilliant 3D artist from Croatia who loved my characters so much that he agreed to make 3D models of them for me. Now the only thing missing was a 3D printer. And bang, I was able to make my own action figures. So all I had to do now was hand paint and pack them.
Alpha having a Steven figure if like the new Tacha Fimble for all the cool kid. Fo better don't have to take guys. Because the figure far very limited. Thank for your support. Steven loves you all.
Besides that, I'm constantly working on my comic book, which ideally should comprise around 150 pages. The central starting point and common thread of the book, to connect all the individual stories and characters, is Nukoela, who starts to suffer from lousy Tarantino-like nightmares caused by constant meat consumption and goes to see a self-help group. There she meets all the other characters like Steven the lisping basilisk, the little scarred by life Jasper, Eddie who only has the stature to do his dream job as a bouncer thanks to a green wool sweater, or the bloody damned Gilbert. During a university project on feelings and emotions, I had the idea to use this starting point of the self-help group as a foundation for a card game. Each player has an individual therapy problem, which is why he or she joins the group, and in order to overcome this problem, the player has to get 20 soul points. This works by collecting items that give each character advantages and disadvantages. For example, the meat card gives Nukoela a small BSE bonus, while the green wool jumper provides strength and self-confidence, and so on. The player who gets the first 20 points wins. However, caution is advised, because under the cards there's also Gilbert. And you really shouldn't meet the guy too often, because he's just pulling you down. 3 Gilbert encounters and you can't be helped anymore. Unless you have a piss off Gilbert card or a secret hideout. And then I made my own pretty decent shirts. No, not this one. I made this great fashion piece when I was 4 years old. No, I meant this one. Oh, and I almost forgot. Then I got interviewed by Germany's biggest and most popular radio station about my comic universe and trading cards. But whatever. But my comic book world is only a small part of my creative work. Additionally, I try to live as an independent graphic designer from commissions. That's also the reason why I'm so after presenting and marketing myself in the best possible ways. During my studies, I created my own website as well as my own logo. It serves as the main portfolio for all projects and customer orders that I do on the side. Some commissions I already did contain international movie artworks, magazine covers, music covers for hip-hop artists like Old Man Saxon or Eco Fresh, logo and icon designs, tour posters and other stuff. My biggest dream is to be able to live off the commissions and publish my own stories and books at the same time. And I believe in it. That's why I'm so after it. Because if there's one thing I've learned, it's that if you don't do anything, nothing will come out of it. People often ask me, how can you be so creative? How come you always think of that? And above all, how do you always manage to stay on top of everything you're doing? Studying, private life, jobs, and then posting new comics trading cards or something even better every week on Instagram. Truth is, my creative mind almost never sleeps. I'm constantly thinking about new things, and in most situations my mind is just somewhere else. Well, that and the fact that I drink my secret magic creative juice every morning. Inspiration comes from a variety of areas. Sometimes I see figures or whole stories in splashes of color. Sometimes it's things going on in the world that keep me busy and keep me going. But sometimes it's also situations that happen to me personally. Yes, of course, not everything is great in my life. In fact, there are moments when I too am plagued by self-doubt. And the constant self-staging on social media can take quite a lot of energy. And I could tell you stories of everyday anxiety and eternal panic attacks that I've had years of struggling with. But you know what? Who the fuck cares? It is much more interesting how to overcome these dark phases and turn them into something positive. And I usually succeed with the help of my creativity, by distracting myself with small drawn stories or commissioned projects, or by processing my own experiences in such a way that they make me smile again. And when I don't feel any creative energy or I'm about to delete Instagram, it's often my fans who pick me up and keep my engine running. And I say fans in quotation marks because it feels weird to say that I have actual fans who really care about me. But what would you call it when there's someone sitting on the other side of the world spending days drawing fan arts for you? Probably the most impressive work of this kind was given to me by Amélie Lajoie. Thank you, Amélie. And thank you to everyone else who writes to me every day and sends me photos, videos or little heartwarming messages. There are even people out there, like William here, who wear tattoos that I designed on their skin.
Good evening, Mo Winkels. I just wanted to send you a video to let you know that tomorrow is actually the day that I'm gonna be the first person to have a cool and sexy piece of artwork actually tattooed onto their body.
Oh yeah, no, that makes sense.
I mean, imagine there's someone who thinks your stuff is so cool that he decides, I want it on my body forever. Seriously guys, I love you all. And I know my life won't be a Michael Jordan, Walt Disney or Eminem success story. But I still believe in some kind of creative success. For me it's about being able to live off my visual stories without having to worry, and at the same time never losing the fun and freedom of creating them. Unfortunately, at some point, I realized that Instagram had changed something about its algorithm. Suddenly, I didn't even reach 1/7 of my own over the years collected followers. Less and less people saw my work. And even messages reached me from people telling me that they don't even see my stuff anymore. Was that the end of my glorious Instagram days? And if so, what next? I'd built up a real fanbase there. Should I just give up now? Or was there an alternative to Instagram, where I was able to gain similar reach? I was devastated and dashed to the ground. Well, not really. But should this really be the end of my long odyssey to creative success? I wrote a theatrical message to my followers and logged out. But not with me. I'll come back. You bet I will. Back like a phoenix rising from the ashes. Back like a phoenix from the... Yeah, it's gonna be my big comeback. An animated poster. And I'm giving away some of them to my followers. Genius, Mo Winkels. So I came back, when many people no longer believed in it. It was the long-awaited comeback, and cheers and cries of joy echoed from the rooftops of this world. But I'm still at the beginning of my journey. Because as an artist, you're never really finished. New ideas and inspirations are added every day. And who knows, maybe one day, there might even be a movie about me.
Dal primo momento che ho visto un post di Mo su Instagram ho capito che lui sarebbe stato il mio Instagrammer preferito e da quel momento ho preso posto anche nella mia camera. Grazie di tutto Mo, continuo così.
Mein Lieblings-Instagrammer ist natürlich Mo Winkels.
Mo Winkels é o pica das galáxias, esse cara é demais. Eu amo ele como um sex symbol, como um quadrinista, pelo senso de humor. E é isso, um beijo, muito obrigado.
Conocí a Mo Winkels a través del sorteo de este pequeño parche y desde ahí supe que se había convertido en mi Instagramer favorito. No solo es sexy, sino que además hace cosas increíbles.
Mo Winkels es un icono del sexo, es mi artista favorito de Instagram y es una auténtica verga.
Mo Winkels é um dos meus artistas preferidos, não só por ele ser um quadrinista incrível, mas por todo o cuidado e a atenção que ele dá para os seguidores dele e, obviamente, por ser tipo top 5 sex symbols do mundo. Um beijo do Brasil.
Being a cool sex symbol Instagrammer is tough. Trust me, I know. I just want to shout out to Mo Winkels, who is the sexiest sex symbol and coolest Instagrammer on Instagram, in the Instagram world, in the Instagram universe, I guess.
Mo Winkels, atraente, talentoso, impressionante, ousaria dizer, sexy.
Mo Winkels, sex symbol svojej doby. Rebel bez príčiny. Briliant na tej nekonečnej digitálnej tapisérii menom nástenka Instagramu, ktorý mi vždy vyčarí úsmev na tvári.
El otro día me preguntaron cuál es mi Instagram favorito y definitivamente les tuve que decir que es Mo Winkels.
The man, the legend, the hottie.
Perspectief chlapic, sex symbol, umelec.
Este foarte talentat, are mult potențial și foarte mult umor. Postările lui mă fac mereu.
Mir jeden Tag denke, wie ich mit einem kleinen Stück so wie Mo Winkels sein könnte. Doch ich weiß, so wie Mo Winkels kann man nicht werden.
io mi voglio fare l'album delle figurine Panini quei calciatori ma con le sue carte, cioè io ho pure il santino di Steven.
I'm here in the middle of my skincare routine with Steven's South American cousin, and we can agree that Mo is our favorite Instagrammer because he's so hilarious and so sexy. We love him.
Jeden sa nám predstavuje ako nedozierne zástupy fertilných samíc. Dobroňa kúsok jeho pozornosti.
Mo Winkels. Seksowny, gorący, utalentowany i zabawny.
Es muy gracioso y es muy sexy. Lo conocí gracias a Instagram y mi vida cambió.
Would I say I'm a fangirl of Mo Winkels? I mean, I don't know. How do you define a fangirl? What would they do? What would they buy? Would they keep everything he sends? I guess you could say I'm a fangirl.
Would I say I know a global sex symbol? Yes, I would say that. Now, would I also say that this same person owns the most legendary Instagram page in all of the world with such fantastic products as this one and this? Oh. And that man's name happens to be Mo Winkels? Yes, absolutely I would.
Todos los otros creadores de cartas que existen deberían simplemente retirarse del juego porque él ya ganó, es un capo, es un genio.
Big shout out to Mo Winkels, the sexiest Instagrammer I know, sex symbol, amazing cartoonist, yeah.
Jeg snakket med en venninne her om dagen som ikke visste hvem Mo Winkels er. Altså, hvor ukultivert må man være for å ikke vite hvem selveste Mo Winkels er? Jeg selv er en av hans day ones. Jeg synes han er kanskje den morsomste, kuleste, mest kreative og talentfulle, og ikke minst peneste personen jeg vet om. Jeg møtte han en gang faktisk. Han ga meg en klem, og jeg har fortsatt ikke vasket overdelen jeg hadde på meg. Noen ganger så lukter jeg på den.
كوميونيتي عنده واعرات كيعرف يتعامل مع الكوميونيتي وكيعرف كيفاش يدو معها وداك الشيء. خونا عاوتاني واعر بزاف بوروش.
O gajo mais fixe que existe. Por isso é.
Han har skapat fantastiska karaktärer som Steven Basilisk med flera.
Hvis jeg har ett mål i livet, så er det å bli litt mer som Mo Winkels. Jeg kommer aldri til å nå til han, men hvis jeg kan bli bare litt mer som han, så kommer jeg kunne dø som en lykkelig person.
Anda a buscar al ángulo cartas de Yu-Gi-Oh! Anda nomás, dale. Un capo. He's fantastic. He's amazing. Una leyenda.
Ak ešte nie je tvoj obľúbený Instagramer, je najvyšší čas to zmeniť. Pozdraví zo Slovenska.
Hey guys, it's me, Mo Winkels, and I just wanted to say that Mo Winkels isn't even my favorite Instagrammer, because, come on, he's not cool or sexy. Why is everybody saying he's a sex symbol? Like, I'm everybody's favorite Instagrammer. My name's Mo Winkels, and I'm so freaking...
Fuck you, Dinkles. You're so pathetic.